My wife, Sarah, and I have been married for 7 years, and we have been together for a total of 10 years. I was raised in a very traditional and religious household and was brought up believing that men are the breadwinners and women should stay at home with the kids. Sarah was raised in an equally religious household and had similar views as I did. After college, I got a job doing financial work for a large company and moved to a different city. I didn't know anyone in the area and decided that attending one of the local churches would help me meet new people. Sarah was one of the church members, and I fell head over heels for her. She is one of the most beautiful women I have ever laid eyes on, and she is also extremely kind and caring. After a year of dating, I proposed to her and we were married after a 2-year engagement. After the wedding, Sarah finished her degree and started talking about having children. I asked her to wait a few years until I started earning enough money and she agreed. Kids went on the back burner for a while and Sarah dedicated herself to creating a home for us while I went to work. A few years passed and I finally got the promotion at work. Sarah was ecstatic and we both agreed that we could have the baby. Sarah and I tried for only 2 months before she became pregnant. She was thrilled, but my happiness was mixed with a bit of apprehension and nervousness. I didn't know if I could handle taking care of another human, and it was scary. I decided to suck it up and put on the brave face for Sarah's sake. Our son was born and Sarah devoted herself to caring for him. Because I had been promoted, I started spending less and less time at home. The job was demanding, and I was working 70-plus-hour weeks. I had to wake up earlier and earlier, while Sarah stayed in bed and slept. When I came home, Sarah always looked relaxed and happy, playing with the baby. I know that I was being irrationally jealous, but I started to resent Sarah. Taking care of the baby seemed so much easier than my job, and I hated how all of the financial responsibility fell back on me. It has been 2 years since I started feeling this resentment and I started going to a therapist, but it's not helping. I hate coming home every day and trying to speak with Sarah. She has never had a job and does not understand how stressed I am from working. It's like I am speaking to a child whenever I try to discuss anything like finances or any topic more in depth than what is taught in high school. I don't want to be married to someone who doesn't feel like my equal. I know that this isn't Sarah's fault, but I feel like I am trapped and I just want out. I warned her. My ex 29 female and I 29 male met in college in 2013. I was 22 and she was 21. We became fast friends and eventually we developed feelings for each other. We became a couple a year later. It was a great relationship, and I don't regret it. Fast forward to 2016. I was home when she called me saying she was outside and that we needed to talk. So I went outside, and I saw that she was crying in her car. I went up to her and asked what's wrong. She confessed that she cheated on me. I don't want to go into details because I'm trying to keep this short. I was shocked, hurt, and was teared up. She went on saying that we needed to break up because I deserved better than her and that she developed feelings for a P. I warned her about rushing it with someone else and that a relationship that begins by cheating usually ends badly. After we finished talking, I walked back to my house, but before I went in, I turned around to see her one more time, and she was still crying. Once I went inside, she posted on social media saying I wish I could just disappear with a crying emoji. I proceeded to remove her from social media after that as I was mourning the end of my relationship. I also thought about how her new relationship will blow up in her face. Fast forward 2 years later, she messages me asking me to meet up because she wanted to talk. I knew the day had arrived, so I met her at a diner. I live in New Jersey, and she was miserable. She looked like she was crying before we met up. When she saw me, she gave a weak hi and gave her a cold one. This surprised her and got teary-eyed. I started by asking her what she wanted to talk about. She started saying that her nap broke up 2 weeks ago and admitted that the relationship with him was horrible. It turns out he was a narcissist who emotionally abused her. She also admitted that the guilt of what she did to me never went away and that I was right. She then noticed my emotionless expression and turned away saying, "You used to be so happy and silly. It hurts seeing you like this, and I know it's my fault because of my bad, selfish, and dumb decisions. She went to say, "I'm sorry for everything. I thought about you every day for the past 2 years." She then said, "Not only did I ruin us, but I lost my best friend. You were my best friend and I ruined that." She started crying again, saying, "I'm not here to get back together because I don't deserve that, and I have no right to ask that." I proceeded to say that it's true that you don't deserve me. It gets quiet and she turned away again. I said that she missed me and that she missed me for 2 years, then she asked me to be friends again. I told her I can't promise anything. She starts crying for the final time, and I left the diner. As I was walking out, I turn over and she's still crying how history repeats itself in the end. Cheating ruins the cheater and the victim. Never cheat. It's usually never worth it. Hi, everyone. I have decided to do an update to my original post due to numerous requests. This will be my only update since there's nothing else to say afterward. Before I go any further, I have some things to clarify about my original post. 1. The AP was emotionally abusive. I know because my ex showed me her texts and it was full of "no one will ever love you like me and you're ugly." Also, he broke up with her by text. What a scumbag too. She did try reached out to me multiple times during the 2 years she was with AP. She asked how I was doing. I'm sorry. And are you okay? I ended up not responding. I didn't block her because I was waiting for when her relationship blew up. 3 friends and family actually saw her during the 2 years, and they all said the same thing. She looked miserable, and when she saw them, she would run up to them and ask how I'm doing and to tell me that she will never stop being sorry for. The diner meeting happened in 2018. Now back to the story. After I got home from the diner, she messaged me saying if we become friends again, I'll work my butt off to earn back your truck, and if not, please know I'll always be sorry for everything. Fast forward a year later, and I bumped into her at a while buying lunch. We caught up and I wasn't as cold as before. I will admit I'm a little embarrassed about what I did next. I offered her FWB with me and she accepted. The FWB lasted for a few months. When I look back, I think I did it for closure and to show her what she's missing. I ended it because I felt that I got my closure. She was disappointed, but also understood. A few months later, she started seeing someone new and they dated until early 2020 before the pandemic hit. She showed up to my home and revealed to me that the new guy cheated on her with multiple women and actually blamed her for the cheating. Just like the AP, the new guy broke up with her by text, while she went on saying how much she hated herself for what she did to me. But now she understands how I felt. I gave her a hug and told her to take these lessons and never forgot them. She thanked me and left. Fast forward to now. I heard she's an IC and remains single by choice. I saw her mother recently, and she informed me as for me I'm single working on my I'm getting into shape and I'm working in psychology. Guess what inspired me? Thank you for reading my story. I appreciate